One of my tiny little Vanda types, I think she's related to the Vanda type, is my Asocofinetia Twinkle is what it says she's supposed to be. I got her on February of 2020. And she has a root tip. She just got watered. Right there's a root tip. She has this arm that's coming out the hole. And some more roots circling down below and around the side. So I'm happy to see her little new shoot coming out the top. I don't know how many more years until I see flowers, but I keep on keeping on. I think that's the story of my day. Just keep on keeping on, and one day you'll see progress. If it's not death, then you're successful, right? Because I live in the Pacific Northwest and it's not bright sunshine, so I grow everything indoors. Here was the other Vanda I got. She's supposed to be a smaller Vanda, and this one I had to get because it had my name in it. Vanda Pearl Cooper. It had my grandmother Pearl's name and my grandmother Cooper's last name. So I am tickled pink. She is in a media that's big chunky bark, some leca, some perlite, and she's doing pretty good, holding her own. That's what I like to see. She hasn't died in my presence. Here she has her new growth plugging along, and you can see after I just watered her, her roots are circling around and growing and getting hydrated. And I have lots of fans in my orchid room here, so it dries out, believe it or not, all that bark daily. But if I go on a long trip, then I might lower the fans a little bit so the moisture stays in for a little bit longer. Vanda Pearl Cooper, she should have orangish flowers that spike up. Can't wait to see that. Maybe that'll be next year. Like I say, this is my year of waiting. The first year I killed everything. The second year they acclimated. And midway through this third year, I am excited to see green and roots and growth below the pots. And hopefully I'll see flowers above the pots. Next year, this time, July, I hope to have a whole bunch of blooms. And another Vanda that I purchased right at the beginning of my journey into orchids, I thought I'll try a Vanda, and boy, she did not like anything I did because I was inexperienced. She didn't have enough light. It wasn't hot enough for her, and she had one root that I managed not to kill. And Orchidea up in Canada, she suggested to tuck her in with some media. Maybe she just wants a little more comfort or cleaning, and she has taken off also. I dip her in the bucket. She's got new root tips. She might be a couple years before I see flowers because it's taken me so long to get it figured out what she likes. Here's some down here. I have some rocks at the bottom for weight, and I don't know if you can see inside. There's the top one. But when I water them, I'm excited to see the little tips on them. She again is up near my Mars Hydrolite, although she and this Vanda Pearl, they don't like the top shelf. They get little purple spots from the anthocyanin of the light. So I keep them on the middle shelf and then move them to the top every once in a while and back down again. And there we go. And coming in as my yay, I'm so excited. I found this pot, I think at the Goodwill. Very excited. I love to shop at the Goodwill and save a good $1. This is a Vanda Pompamole times Vanda. I apologize. I cannot see with my migraine eyes today. Crossed with the Coltana Blue. But she came a little haggard looking. She's always looked a little dehydrated and a little crooked on they got bent in shipping. But she was a replacement, and I am thankful for her, so I will not complain. As you can see in here, she has got roots. She's tied in. But she has got her roots circling up, and I imagine tomorrow or the next day, they're right here at the tip of the surface. You can see them peeking. So I always have to reach in from this side because there's no roots going up. On this side, they're going down and towards the holes. But I imagine she'll be up and around or just straight up. I don't know what she'll plan on doing. I tried to redirect them a couple of times and she would have nothing to do with that. She said, I'm going up with my new roots and that's what's gonna happen. So she's on the top shelf again, right under the Mars light. This one is a Vanda. Let's see if I can read with my migraines. Sasha times Pine Rivers, and she will be a purple blooming flowers when she comes out. I don't know if you can see the tag. Let's see if I can fix that. She should be beautiful purple. And she has new root tips growing. I broke one off the other day, sadly, but she's got a lot of green roots tips growing in the mix here. I did have to trim a lot of roots off in the process of her growing, but she just came out of the water bucket about 2 hours ago and she's turning her silver brown again. But she's got a bundle of new growth growing on the inside, no spikes that I'm aware of, but she does have some new leaves growing out the tops here. The last spike came from way down here before she arrived at my house when she was growing in the big orchid facility. But beautiful little Asocofinetia Peaches. We got the official name from the vendor, Peter, at Orchid Classics. That tickled pink to have a first time for me blooming plant of this nature. When I got her about 18 months ago, it was in 2019 I got her, she had a spike cut off, so I knew that she had done it before, but it took her that long, almost 2 years, to get used to my environment, my climate, and when I bumped up the light, that's when she bumped up her production of more roots, more happy sap, and eventually that spike and these blooms. Very happy to have all those beautiful blooms. I wish you well, I wish you peace, and until we talk again, bye-bye.